Okay, we're back at it. It's another day. Steve's over here stripping wire. Getting a little bit in the bucket. A lot of spaghetti. And then those little nuggets right there are gonna add up quick. Still got a couple more things to break down right here, but we got the whole trailer loaded. And all those transformers came out to about 600 pounds of #2 copper. And there was a little piece of wire in there. And then I put $500 on the trailer because I didn't weigh nothing. I just kind of threw all the stuff, and I'll show you here in a second. Well, we got a little more than 2/3 of the bucket. Now, I've filled these to the top before. They hold about 800 pounds full. So I might have about another 100, maybe 2. We might be able to fill this drum. It would be nice to do that. But this is what we got here on the trailer. All this #2 insulated I didn't weigh. It's like $1 a pound maybe. And then this is like $2.40 a pound for this #1 insulated I'm gonna sell. And then all this cast aluminum, I'm gonna say we got about 500 bucks, or at least I hope. Then I got 2 pallets of AC stuff I'm hoping to get to tonight. And then I got all this brass, which I'm gonna pull out right now and basically cut it in half or cut it in thirds with the jaw to kind of condense it down. I don't think I would get like an unprepared, but they don't like stuff that's over 4 foot because then they gotta process it. They might take a couple cents off, who knows? But we're gonna cut it down anyway and get that weight up and get some brass up on the books. Well, that was pretty awesome. That thing made quick work of all that brass. So I'm gonna get that weight up, and then I'm gonna go through this aluminum. Oh, I forgot some. We got more to cut. And I got this weird thing here, brass. We'll probably we might be able to take it apart. Get that glass out of there without making more of a mess than we normally do. But this go on a pile of destruction. We'll probably cut that aluminum up too, but I'm definitely going to keep a couple sticks of this. Maybe some of these really long ones. Maybe this whole pack. Cut that a little cut. This thing's cutting through this brass like butter, man. It's a big old stack. And I didn't see that thing get up over like about 4,000 psi on it. Okay, let's get a weight on that. Okay, so I'm running out of barrels, so we're going to use this 12-pound bin. Here's a little trick I learned back in '03. To maximize what you can get in a round container, it's easier to lay it on its side and fill it up. Now, it might, depending on what you load it with, you might need 2 people to pick it up, but you can get way more than in and easier than trying to just stick them in straight up and down. So we'll get all this in there, and hopefully I won't blow my back out picking that up. So, as you can see, the roller really doesn't roll, but it's doing a hell of a job of not letting that wire dig in right there. It's actually working really great. I actually have a really cool plan for this. It's gonna make that even better. Now, I went in here with the jaw and just like cut a couple spots randomly and did a pretty good job of just opening this up to where I could just reach down and grab it. And it's basically untangling itself for the most part. Stripping off pretty good. Coming out all right? Almost got it. So for everybody that's wondering why my machine has no guards, this is why right here. The first time the machine jammed up like this and I had to take all the guards off to get to this point, those guards never went back on. Now I know it's kind of dangerous, and I am probably going to put some plexiglass here and make it so that stuff like this don't happen. The wire coming back and getting all tangled up in the machine. I've only had the wire one time go through that belt. It actually threw the belt and flicked it like 20 feet away. But other than that, I never really had any issues with this. But I can see the potential. Now, what I'm gonna have to do is get up here with this giant pair of pliers. Okay. It's like a knot. Now, oh, we're getting lucky, we're pulling it out. See, that happens when the back side is not open enough and this thick wire, it deadheads into this roller because the blade I'm using is the last blade before the other side has blades on the bottom. So basically it's only cutting it once and squeezing it on the back side. And if you get it dialed in right, it pretty much strips it pretty good, but sometimes like you're left with it like this. You flatten the wire, I mean it's coming right off. And if you shake it, I mean it'll just come right off. But this is an issue that we have. And it's a pretty easy fix when you have no guards. Okay, let's get down. Okay. Now, we're gonna cut this. And then we got the machine in neutral. Actually feed this back through. Let's see what we got still sitting in here. Now, if something don't want to come, it's when you give it the plier treatment. Okay, we're getting a nice little chunk of copper in there. Now, I'll show you this piece here. This piece here actually went through the first machine here. And what happened was, it got off the roller, jumped off to the side, and then got flattened. Now, once that happens, see it's flat, you'll never get it to cut through here again. I mean, you could probably run it through 20 times maybe, but it just jumps back and forth. It's just the way that's designed. Now, for stuff like this, the Model 1000 Strip Tech over here is the way to go, because it don't matter. And the way this works, pretty much it doesn't. The holes in the front you'll see are all different sizes, but these are the same size until a certain point. I think like from here up is the small blades, and from here down is the big blades. Now, what's pretty cool about that is, you see these two holes are pretty much the same size. I can run two pieces like this in here at the same time, which I'll show you here in a minute. We got a lot of little nuggets to go through. But let me show you how it cleans up this wire here. So this machine here has its pros and cons. It's not nearly as fast, and it don't peel in one pass, but it does a really good job. I paid $500 used for this, and the manufacturer still sells them today just like this for $3,000, so I got a pretty good deal. And let me show you here. What we're going to do is open this up a little bit with this knob. And how these are able to open like this, there's like drive shafts in here. I've had this off in other videos, and I'd actually like to make that out of clear acrylic so you can see the shafts moving. But we're just going to kind of open it up so we don't crush it too much. And just kind of feed it through, let's say this hole. I'm going to crank down on it a little more. Now this thing's definitely going to make some needles, but I'm going to back it off just a little bit. Oh, what happened? Oh, we got a knot. Yeah, now this particular machine, when you get into issues like this, there's no reverse and no way to back it up. The only thing you can do is just open this up here and kind of pull it out, cut it. That might just, we might be able to turn that around. So it's peeling it off, but this particular piece was kind of burnt up a little bit. But we'll be able to recover all that. Now, let's open this up and run some nuggets through it. Look at that. Might have to squeeze a little harder, but that is coming right off. That's two different sizes. It almost looks like two different sizes. Woo! We're kind of needling it up, but it's coming out. Watch this, Steve. Hey, check it out. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That one was even badass, dude. Want to slide it down a little bit?
Yeah. Where am I going?
Right there.
Oh, that's good?
That's good. What do you got for the box? Not big. That might work.
Yeah. Yeah, that does.
Beautiful. Hell yeah. blades.
Great point. Yeah.
Cut that back side.
Sure.
Yeah, that didn't cut on the beginning. So this little machine did a pretty good job, and you know, the fact that you can feed more than one in at a time is pretty cool. There is some things I'd like to do to upgrade this to make it better, and it might just need a new set of blades. The manufacturer said that this should peel it off. It's hard to get this thing not to make needles, but now we're going to run this through this machine, which is a lot more fun because them small nuggets, it's going to blast them out the backside like crazy. So the GoPro is going to take a little couple hits here probably. So for whatever reason, the GoPro wasn't recording. I just blasted all that. and didn't even get it on camera. So let's see if we can still get a couple good shots. Okay, 373 pounds. I already weighed it. Steve actually added a couple pounds to it. It's $1,100 there. So that puts us at $39.80. So we got our $3,000 goal there, but we have a couple more things I'm going to do. We might even be able to push that to like $4,500. Okay, we got all that cleaned up, and now we got the AC stuff over here by the bench. So I'm gonna take a break, and then I'm gonna get right on knocking this stuff out. And we cleaned up a little bit of the stuff over here. We're breaking down these big old cabinets. Steve's finding all kinds of goodies to keep. And then we use this cabinet as like a coffin for all this stuff. And then Steve's keeping another ice maker. We got a nice one over here. This came with all that brass stuff I got. So he's gonna get that going maybe in another day, or at least look at it. The last one was just a fuse and it worked. Is this still working? I found it by a dumpster, dude. All right. Okay, here's the ticket for that job now. So it's been a while since I did this job, and copper's actually come down since here. So we had ASR clean. I think that's the copper aluminum radiators, 88 pounds, $1.65 a pound, 145.20. Number 2 copper, 611 pounds, $3.15 a pound for $1,924.65. Number 2 wire, 161 pounds at 90 cents a pound. It's coming down, or it came down. It's probably down even more now. 144.90. Number 1 wire, 213 pounds, 240 a pound, $511.20. Now, I think I said that the whole trailer might have been worth 500. Just that copper wire I didn't strip was worth 500 bucks. The ballast, 86 pounds, 12 cents a pound, $10.32. Wheel weights, 94 pounds, 10 cents a pound, $9.40. Yellow brass, 235 pounds, $2.15 a pound, $505.25. All aluminum rads, 45 pounds, 50 cents a pound, $22.50. Irony aluminum, that's all them transformers that I didn't process. 1,205 pounds, 15 cents a pound, $180.75. Aluminum wheels, 82 pounds, 75 cents a pound, $61.50. Bare bright copper, 342 pounds, $3.42 a pound, $1,142.28. We had cast aluminum, 578 pounds, 52 cents a pound, $300.56. So there was $300 worth of cast on that trailer when I said there was only 500. Old sheet, 148 pounds, 55 cents a pound, $81.40. EC wire, 222 pounds. That's that aluminum wire, 78 cents a pound, $173.16. Extruded aluminum, 60-63, 81 pounds, 75 cents a pound, $60.75, for a total of $5,273.82. So that wasn't a bad. Now, so we didn't make our $3,000 goal on time, but even though we were like a day late, we kind of blew past our goal. So if you come this far, thanks for watching. Stay tuned. The shop is absolutely exploding with scrap right now. We got all these lights. We got all these lights broke down already, stacked up on the wall there, and all those. The trailer's already full. I have no room in the trailer. I think what I'm actually going to have to do, if I'm going to get all this down to Miami tomorrow, is break out the jaw and condense these cast things down a little bit. I don't know. We'll see. Oh, and check this out. We got a 3-cylinder diesel marine generator. Wait till you guys see the contact I got for generators. I sold the big generator. Well, I didn't sell it. I'm trading it. Wait till you see what I traded it for, man. I am so stoked. I'm glad I held on to it and didn't sell it for a low price, because what I traded for it is pretty freaking awesome. So again, thanks for watching. Stay tuned. We got tons of scrapping. I'll tell you where we're going, right to the scrapyard. Watch it. Look, it's dancing. You ever seen your copper dance before?
Look at that. That's a big old plate. It don't matter. I do the same thing. Just bend it over.
All of these are copper.
Yeah.
So, now in a case like this one, I could have put this right back in the machine. But if you notice, I have this lip set back. That's so I can manually crack these if I have to. And that lip just gives the transformer somewhere to go. Now, I've seen people do these all different kinds of ways. They'll flip them over, and they say it's easier to do that. But my problem is, you're putting so much of the transformer out here. For me, it's just I have better results cracking it like that. Even though that is sitting on top of the copper, it still cracks it pretty easy. Let me put my gloves on. Now, some people might think I'm spoiled and I can't crack a transformer by hand because I got this machine doing it, but these are tough. Okay, we're blowing through these pretty quick. Now, these ones are much more tedious than the last one. They come apart completely different. You got to open up from the back side and you work your way down into it. But the good thing is, it looks like most of the transformers that are in here are all original, and it looks like they're going to be double coppers. These here look like double coppers. This is continuous all the way around. There's no welds. It's one solid piece that has to be pushed straight out like this. No way.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it's gonna go. Oh, I got
Heavier
it.
than it looks.
Yeah, it's heavy. See that? We pushed that right out of there.
I want this.
You want that?
Hell yeah.
All right,
Yeah,
yeah,
man.
that'd be good for setting up and pushing shit through.
Look at them sharp edges.
Steve likes the sharp edge. Yeah, these edges here are kind of dull. This was just angle iron I cut that shape in. Get it mill up and running. We'll face that and put a sharp edge on it. And then now this is interesting. So you can't just check this out. So you always got to pay attention, man. You can't just stick this in the press and push it, because look, there's a little T there. So this individual coil has to go that way, and the rest of them have to go that way. Now if you look at this, it's the first time I've ever done this, so I'm learning this with you. See the T? That has to go that way, that has to go that way. This is actually wider. So I'm actually going to be able to set that in there, press it this way, then flip it and press it that way. Oh, we're just on the edge. We might just, I might be better off hitting that with the hammer, but we'll try it. Yeah. Okay. So we're going to push this over here so we can actually put some pressure on that. This is why I need to make a rig on here that I can clamp down, you know. We're just going to hold that. Let me try to stop that from shaking. We're just going to hold that tight and give it a good crack. There we go. Nice chunk of copper right there. Now we can take this the other way. We should have plenty to bite onto now, just like a normal transformer. And another thing that's different about this is the crown. You know, it's like a triangle, or you know, it's like a wedge in there, 90 degrees. So this is not your typical transformer, but you know, we're still going to recover the copper regardless. There you go.